In those primordial days, cartoonists were working in their studios, and they were pretty much isolated, and they would only know a fellow cartoonist by their work. Hy and I met in 1948. He hadn't quite centered on what his abilities were, but they were abundant even then.
This is Hy Eisman. I'm sure you know who it is. And I was like, holy smokes, you know, Hy Eisman. Mostly all cartoonists, particularly the guys from that generation, they're humble, they're decent, good, even beyond good, just great guys.
Hy's a natural storyteller. I mean, you hang on his every word because he's going to dig deep, he's going to go back, and there's always a great payoff at the end of his stories.
He started this amazing journey. He was ghosting Carrie Drake, Little Iodine. My favorite was Smokey Stover. I did a better Smokey than the guy that was doing it at the time.
Or when I got out of my dad's school, called the Joe Kubert School of Cartoon and Graphic Art. We shortened it to the Kubert School. Dad picked all of his buddies. Hy was one of his buddies because Hy is, you know, a multi-talented artist. He was the teacher who everybody knew that that he knew a lot about a lot of different things.
Whether it was anatomy, storytelling, coloring, anything, he would help us out with it.
Hy used to force into our heads the concept of thinking in solid, three-dimensional basic shapes. Extremely important. They were not lines. They were merely the hint of the information that was lurking in our brains, and we had to communicate that stuff.
His ability to do 2 Sunday pages.
Magnificently doing Popeye and the Katzenjammer kids.
To write and draw and ink these 2 things that are completely different from each other.
No computer, this was all technical stuff that was just so good.
That's awesome to me.
2 syndicated strips, and teaching at the school, and managing his own life, you know, because that we all know that takes a lot of time. He's getting a lot done, you know, and he's not slowing down.
Hi.
Yes.
This particular strip,
Yes.
what is it about?
It's about Olive complaining that Popeye really doesn't love her because he's always talking about spinach or fishing. And he insists, that ain't true, sweetie. She says, we never discuss things that we can do together. You never remember my birthday or any other important dates. I bet you can't recall the day we met. And he says, oh yes, I do. It's the same day I caught a 50-pound muskie using a 5-pound bass for bait. And of course, that isn't what she wanted to hear. What I'm thinking about is my own relationships.
Hi, my name is Marco Catrone. The reason I'm standing before you is because we've brought this documentary on legendary comic artist Hy Eisman as far as we can take it without your help. At this point, in order to take this documentary of Hy Eisman to the next level, we need to ask for your help.
We wanted to do a movie that felt at those days when you were reading the Sunday comic strip. We are telling a story that is compelling, dynamic, fun, with great art. Things such as editing, color correction, music, these are things that we need money for.
I'm looking forward to seeing this film project completed, not only because it's about my father, but it's a movie that I think will appeal to anyone who's interested in comic art history. Hy Eisman has been a part of that story for 70 years. The variety of work he has produced and his relationship with other cartoonists is a unique window into that history.
So please, help us conclude funding for this project so that we can record Mr. Hy Eisman into our American history books.
Thank you, and please contribute to this campaign.